Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Salam Malaysia Madani. Salam pendidikan bermutu. Insan terdidik negara sejahtera. Today we are honoured to be joined by Miss Ranita Rajaratnam, Director of Children and Reading at the National Library Board NLB Singapore. Miss Ranita leads NLB's effort to nurture a love for reading from an early age and to encourage reading as a lifelong habit. Throughout her career, she has spearheaded impactful initiatives such as Read at School, which reaches hundreds of schools across Singapore, and Pbakl, a popular reading program that inspires children to discover the joy of books. Thank you, Miss Ranita, for joining us today.
It's a real pleasure.
My first question is, as we all know, reading habits among children are changing rapidly in this digital age. From your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges in encouraging young people to choose books?
I think currently the real challenge is that if a child has not developed that enjoyment of reading at a very young age, it is very, very hard to get them to prioritize reading over screens. I think you and I, we also know that it is so easy, right? When you have your phone, you just scroll and then you just see what articles come your way. But what we don't realize is that when we scroll, we are not choosing what we read. The app is telling us. Correct. The app is pushing things to us. So when I read, I really enjoy it because I can build that world in my head. My brain gets a very good workout rather than just me scrolling and reading. So the children need to find that right book that can hook them into the book and stories.
So we have to actually discover the child interest in what kind of genre they like.
Yes, what type of book they like, what their interest is. And this is where actually parents play a very, very big role because they are the child's first reading role model. If a parent reads to a child, it's also a bonding activity, and the parent and the child can read together and learn together.
Yeah, so not only they didn't feel like it's forced to read, but it's actually a fun activity since they are doing with their parents, right?
Yes, correct.
Alright, my next question is, events like KLIBF bring together publishers, educators, librarians and readers. How do you find that, what is the importance of partnership between schools, libraries, publishers and communities in building a strong reading culture?
You know how they always say, right? It takes a village to raise a child. So what you have just said, everyone coming together, the libraries, the schools, the communities, the book publishers, the booksellers, the entire ecosystem. You need everyone to come together to support a child's reading journey. From the authors who have to think about what stories to write that will get the children excited, to the parent who knows, hey, this particular author, has put out this very good book. To the library, when we do readers advisory, we talk with the child, we try and find out what is the child's interest. Schools, teachers also play a very big role in terms of recommending books and also reading as a reading role model in school to recommend books. So it all actually comes together very, very tightly. So I love what you do here at the International Book Fair. It's the first time here and I see all the different parties coming together. It's really exciting.
So everybody actually plays a big role, not
Yes.
only one part of people, but everybody.
Everyone plays a part.
Yes. Miss Ranita, as you mentioned earlier, you like to mention the families, right? So, what is your advice which you give to parents who want to foster a love of reading at home?
A book a day. You have to prioritize reading with your child. I know it is hard. I know everyone doesn't have time, but try. Just 15 minutes a day, maybe before bedtime. Just find a routine, make it a ritual, and I guarantee you the child will prioritize reading as they grow up, and you'll be surprised that they may set aside the screen and pick up a book instead.
Yeah, plus we can shorten the time since we are reading together instead of the child reading it alone and we reading it alone. Thank you, Miss Ranita, for sharing your valuable insights and experience with us today. Your dedication to nurturing young readers and promoting a culture of reading is truly inspiring. We hope your perspective will encourage more families, educators, and communities to support literacy and lifelong learning. Thank you to our listener for tuning in to this special podcast episode from the KLIBF 2026. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep discovering new world through the books. Thank you and goodbye, everybody.